The time has come. I have wrecked the GR86 for the first time in over a year. This car has been super clean until now. So, a little bit of history here. In this episode, you're gonna watch a Street Hunters kit get put on this with an entire new livery. So we're gonna take off our Pandem kit, we're gonna assess the damage from our wreck, we're gonna debut an entire new livery and show you the process of transforming this car. Right now, I'm gonna stop talking, let's go. We're oh, this is broke for sure. Right here on my side, Adrian. Oh, it fell in.
You're saying this is bent?
Yeah, like there's this ear right here that's supposed to be straight and it's pushed out, and then on this side, this inner ear that has a space on it is pushed out, and then the keyway is going inside of it.
Yeah, I see what
So that's changing at least the alignment right now. But maybe the arm's bent, top arm.
So yeah, the boys are gonna just basically take off this rear corner, compare it to the stuff on the wall, see if we can find anything that's bent. At first look, we did not see as much damage as we thought we would, which is cool. Subframe looks good, so something's gotta be bent, but it's hard to tell right now. Oh, down. Wow.
Do you notice any noticeable differences? Does it look bent?
To be honest?
No.
Really?
I don't see anything. It looks straight to me. Why is it bent out like that? Did we bend? It's very possible. Even here, look at that. It's bent. Is this supposed to be a flat plane? Yes. We bent a knuckle. Something that we didn't think was possible. Look how big this thing is.
It is pretty big.
And look how bad the hit was.
Do we have
Where's your straight edge?
Yeah, do you have a straight edge we can put right here? Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
So we found out that the actual knuckle ended up bending. Wow. I mean, the hit felt gnarly. Like, I remember thinking, like, how is the kit still on the car? Like, I thought I totaled the thing. Not bad, dude. One knuckle and we're back in the game.
And a hub.
Yeah, and a wheel hub. Yeah, so that was a cool thing with the FDF kit. Josiah was able to plug in basically every component we wanted. So for example, we did 370Z wheel bearings, 5x114, so you can get them easily, they're affordable. So yeah, busted a wheel bearing, busted a knuckle, got spares, about to throw it all back together. The fun part, we're on the body kit. So yesterday we fixed the 86, so it's good to go. But I was just really wanting to take this time and say thank you to TJ, because he gave us this entire Street Hunters kit. And so we kept going race to race, and we'd show up in the Pandem kit and he's like, I gave you a kit, you know what I mean? So now's the day that we're actually gonna take off the Pandem kit and start installing the Street Hunters kit. See how this thing looks. How would you describe the Street Hunters kit versus the Pandem kit, Adrian?
I think like the best way to explain the major difference is the square fenders from like traditional, I guess, circular fenders.
I'm hoping the offset of the kit, how do I word that, Tito? Like, you know how sunken in my rear wheels are? I hope it's less sunken in.
I think they're about the same, actually.
Probably.
I don't think it's as wide. Oh my god, dude.
What? Holy. Damn. Yeah, I forget the math, but TJ was telling me basically he's either used less layers than normal or he used a different material because he's trying to promote like drifters using the Street Hunters kit. Obviously it's like a really nice show car piece, but this should be more or less like a drift setup. Things are thinner, lighter. See if we can break it. All right, so Connor Murphy at Continental Customs, he came in, helped us with this bash bar before Adrian knew how to weld. So yeah, we're about to see if we're gonna redo this entire front bash bar setup. Dude, it's not even that bad.
Well, the bar seems to want to go in between the top and then in here and go across. So I think that would be okay if we end up actually getting this to suck in, but it's not going to go in because of this bar.
Right, right.
Yeah, definitely need a new dashboard.
Probably just best to build a whole new one.
Welcome to Hell's Kitchen.
Alright, this is the part of the video where we've got the StreetHunter's kit fully mounted on the car, ready to drift, but with zero livery on it. So this is the raw version of the StreetHunters on the GR86. Here we go. My dad was like, check this out. Dude, it's really sturdy. Adrian, you gotta tell us about, you gotta tell us about things.
So Nate's dad actually came up with a great way to mount the side skirt, which is what Nate's talking about. We made these little brackets. This is to the chassis and then this is to the side skirt. And that's what makes that so sturdy now. So we have one here, you can kind of see it. One up at the front. Yep. And then we have one for the rear, but we haven't mounted that one yet. But just from two, it keeps the side skirt space just because it's missing. It's a race car, so we don't have like any of the OEM mounting holes. So this kind of just floats, but Ray made it super sturdy.
Tell us about these rear quarters.
That's my favorite part. As a wrap installer, our old kit had these little rivet holes, kind of like for the location to bolt them in. The install on this is a little bit more tricky just because you can't really see where the bolts are, but this thing came with hidden hardware. So with hidden hardware, I use the famous toothpaste method where I just, with toothpaste, or in this case I used grease, red grease, out on the tips of every stud, and then I put it where I wanted it to, let go, and it gave me all my
Nah, man, I'm
locations.
pausing this. Quick interruption here. New merch. Look at this, Tito. We did a puffed print.
Whoa, give me one!
Come on, man. Driven by the creative evolution of motorsports.
Everything else fit really, really well. The way that you connect the kit together, so bumper to fender, fender to side skirt to quarter panel, and then quarter panel to bumper. There's already like little points where you're supposed to drill, and they match up perfectly. So I really didn't have to try that hard. I just drilled where the holes told me to drill, and then I put a bolt through it, and then that's how it fits.
All right, so from this point, Adrian's mindset is gonna be onto the livery. So we have a really spicy livery coming up for this thing. And yeah, and when we were Googling this, it was really hard to find like a current, you know, quote unquote pro car running the StreetHunter's kit with like a sweet livery on it. So on to the livery, dude, let's do this. So you said they were doing the Lord's work, doing yoga, trying to get this thing on? Adrian, this is the hardest livery ever or not?
Yes.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you gotta, the way this was designed is, it's like a big thing to splat all over, but you gotta make the bed sheet work, right? And so it's like, imagine a bed sheet and you gotta make it tight everywhere, but then it all match up everywhere. So like this graphic goes onto the fender, and then this part of the graphic goes onto the door, and then to the quarter panel, and then to the roof, and then to the other side. So like they all have to match. So Austin made it as easy as possible for me, which is still very difficult, but I have the hood and the fenders as all one piece. That way they match really well, all the lines do. And then I'm gonna match this to the next sheet, and that's going this way. And then that will match all of this, but it's gonna be split up by the door because we have this big little bump right here. So in a perfect world, this will all match. We'll see if it matches by the end of this.
This is gonna be so cool, man. Yeah, it's like Adrian was saying, he definitely did the hard part first. He's done all his inlays. Now he's laying his huge sheet, which obviously is still very difficult. I like the bed sheet analogy.
Yeah.
Trying to make it tight everywhere. Multiple huge layers of vinyl.
Body kit's like super aggressive, so it all has to lay where it wants to lay. So then you have to take that into account when you design the thing. That way it all matches up.
But this is the fun part, man. This is the part where, yeah, he's got his inlays, he's got his technical stuff done, at least on the front end. We also have commissioned a local, I probably should plug him here, to come in and help us with our bash bar setups. So basically our Pandem kit front end, this bash bar here, does not fit, obviously, right? Because these are super custom. They like fit right around these body kits to give it the best shot, right? So yeah, we're getting another one done. Adrian's working after hours with a local, so the boys are putting in work.
Give me a break.